Hey everybody, it's Val Mohney, the editor of the Huckleberry Press, and I'm here with Kristi Slotemeyer of River Valley Cheese, which is really exciting. Welcome, Kristi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
And before we get going, I just want to acknowledge our Huckleberry Press advertisers, of which Kristi is one. And it is because of the advertisers we have any opportunity to do this in the first place. So if you happen to be watching this, pick up a copy of the Huckleberry Press and let them know that you saw their ad in the Huckleberry Press. You got that? Thank you. And that includes, like I said, Kristi. So, Kristi, let's talk about you and your business.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Kristi, and I'm the big cheese and creativeologist that owns River Valley Cheese. And my mission with this business is twofold, really. It's to create a place where people can come and play and have fun and they feel like they belong. And I feel that food really does that. The minute you are sitting down with someone and sharing an experience, sharing food, sharing memories, you make an automatic connection. So, my main goal with River Valley Cheese was to develop a community. The other thing about cheese, my other mission is to demystify this awesome food product. Like, we love cheese, everyone loves cheese. And what is amazing about cheese is that it's an ancient food and it's been modernized. And I really want to take the cloak off the mystery of how this ancient food made it into our lives, survived the last 6,000 years of humanity, and has made it to the forefront as one of our favorite foods, and how you can make it at home too.
That's so fascinating. I know that when I engage cheese, it's because I'm picking it off the shelf at the grocery store. I don't think anything really about where it comes from or what goes into it. And here you are getting people into the 6,000-year-old history of cheese making.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you know what? It's just the best business for Washington State. I think in Washington, we really take it for granted how much incredible agriculture we have here, how much we really owe to our farmers and our makers in this state. Because Washington is number 10 out of 10 in the top dairying states in the country. And we have such fabulous milk product here. And not only do we get to teach about cheese and learn about cheese, but you're learning about your food system and how we have developed a food system over years, and how Washington State really has put a really big stamp on cheese and dairy and throughout the United States.
How did you get started in this?
I was in corporate, and this was about 2016, and I decided it was time. It was just time to leave. And so I was looking for a business to purchase. I knew I wanted a place that was going to be fun. A cheese business came up as available to purchase, and I'm like, dude, I'm a good cheese eater, so I can do this. So I bought the cheese company and spun it off from retail cheese into cheese making classroom, and have been self-taught. I did have a great mentor to start out with, but self-taught the rest of the way, and now feel so lucky that I get to work with other cheese lovers around not just Washington State, but teach people around the world how to make cheese.
One thing that's impressed me about your advertising and how you come across in general is that I mean, making cheese could be a dry process, but you seem like you like to inject a lot of humor. Was that something that came at the beginning, or did you develop that along the way?
I think I'm a funny person. Now, I know that sounds weird because I'm not like on the Netflix stage as a comedian, but cheese is funny. Cheese is a funny food. We say cheese when you want to smile. It's cheesy. Cheese is just that food that humor just pairs really nicely with. And so, yeah, fun. And when you're learning something that's new, it has to be enjoyable, or else you're not going to go do it, or you're not going to tell your friends you want to do it. So cheese has got to be fun, and cheese is fun.
As a small business owner, what's one or two of the challenges that you've overcome? What have you learned?
River Valley cheese has been the best and most challenging experience of my adult life. It has, I mean, can we just talk about it? So I bought it in 2016, was just getting my feet under me. And in 2019, at the beginning of it, we lost our business in a fire. So I had to crawl out of the fire, and everybody was fine, but the business was lost. So rebuild in a brick and mortar, learn how to get my customer base back. People were supportive. I think that's the thing when you go through trials and tribulations, the community surrounds you and comes to you and just really gives you a big hug. And that's exactly what happened to me. So as big as the tragedy was of losing the business in February of 2019, I would never trade that, because I learned the most powerful lesson about community in that moment. And then we all learned that lesson the next year in 2020, 2021, in 2022. I was really shut down early March of 2020, just like everyone else in the state of Washington. And that was hard. I had a 3-year lease, and how do you make money? So the community again came to my rescue, and I was a mad baker. I made more cheesecakes to sell to pay my rent in 2020 and 2021 than I could ever imagine. So that's what sustained me, and the community supported me. They just bought cheesecakes, and now we're back. And it's just been such a great journey as a small business owner to really know what community means, especially in the face of tribulation.
That makes total sense to me. The Huckleberry Press clearly wouldn't even exist were it not for our community, and that's 100% what we're here for. Who is your, like, when you think about your client profile and the people that attend the classes, who do you look for the most? Who do you like working with?
Curious people who like to eat cheese. You know, all of us business owners, we know who's your niche, what's your demographic, and you always get like a F on your paper if you say everyone. Well, I'm just going to take that F and I'm just going to run with it, because it really is everyone. You get people who all ages. I had a 6-year-old in my class who loved Parmesan, and she certainly had an opinion about my Parmesan. She did not like my Parmesan. So I'll take that feedback from a 6-year-old. And then up to, like, I had a 9-year-old woman in there, and just so excited to make cheese, because she grew up on a farm that made cheese, and she was able to reconnect with that part of herself. So those are my people. If you are curious and you love to have fun and you're a good cheese eater, them's my folks.
All right, I got that. That makes sense. What do you love most about what you do?
Humans. Gosh, I mean, I like cheese too. Let's not be crazy. I eat a lot of cheese, but I love just hanging out on a Saturday afternoon for a couple of hours, making cheese, laughing with the humans. It's the best part of my week.
And you're going to be teaching some classes coming up in Spokane. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but do you know when those are?
Yeah, I do. So we are coming to Spokane. So I am based out of the west side of the state. I have tons of family over in Spokane. So this is why I'm so excited to be teaching in Spokane. Our classes will be available, or are available now to schedule at the end of April. So I'm going to pull up my phone. I know this is probably bad form on video, but let's just do this since people
totally
are curious.
Great.
Our first class is on the 26th of April, which is a Wednesday. Sorry, that's not in Spokane. That's in Pendleton, but you get the idea. And I'm doing the rounds on starting with Pendleton. Then we head out to this amazing little town I had never discovered before until recently, called Rockford, just right outside of Spokane.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to this amazing, beautiful restaurant called Harvest Moon. They have the best pancakes, FYI, in the world. And we'll be teaching a class there on April 27th at 6:30. And then moving on to the new cidery, Trailbreaker, out in Liberty Lake, doing a class there on Saturday, April 29th. And then finally ending our tour at a great florist and gift shop called Adorkables, also in Liberty Lake. And that will be on Sunday, the 30th. The first 3 classes I mentioned are all burrata classes where you learn how to make a burrata, which is it's like mozzarella on steroids if you don't know what burrata is. And then the class at Adorkables will be a goat and cream cheese class, which is a great class to start out with.
Right on. I think maybe my partner Heather is going to be taking a class with you, come to think of it.
Yeah, Heather's on board at the Trailbreaker. Yeah, we already have great attendance happening, and Trailbreaker is a great facility to have a class. It's huge. So yes, it'll be fun. It'll be a blast. Heather will be there.
Right on. And if people want to visit your website, or I don't know if you've got a Facebook page, but how do people find out more and how do people get signed up?
Okay, so first thing, yes, the website. Easy. rivervalleycheese.com. You can find everything you need to know there. You can also find us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. We'll have information on there. There will be a link so that you can link to the website and find out more information about classes. And at all those places I talked about, Harvest Moon, Trailbreaker, Adorkables, all those sites have QR codes on site. So if you happen to visit and you're curious, scan that QR code and it will bring you to the booking link.
Oh, that's totally perfect. And we will put links to your website and social media in the description for this video. So if you're watching, scroll down a little bit and click the link.
Yeah, sweet.
Kristi, I love your energy, and I love what you're doing for the community and how you're educating people and making it fun. Is there anything else you want to have people know before we sign off?
No, just tell your friends. This is fun. Take a chance on a cooking class. You know, Spokane to me is this community that is one of my favorite communities to teach in because there is more of a connection with understanding food and where food comes from in the Spokane market. Plus, the level of curiosity and foodieism is rising. So this is a great community for me, and I'm so excited to have you invite me to your community and have me be there, and I'm honored. And so tell your friends, and let's get our cheese on.
Yes, let's get our cheese on. Excellent. Thank you so much, Kristi.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you, Val.